Hello students, welcome back to your maths class. Today we will discuss chapter 12, Practical Geometry, in which you will learn how to construct a line parallel to the given line. And you will see two cases will arise here. Case 1, when you have to construct a line parallel to a given line through a point which is not given on the line. Another case, when the point is given on the line. Now let's start with case 1. Here we have to construct a line M parallel to L from a point P which is 4 cm away from line L. It means line L is already given. So first of all, draw this line L. Line L. Then mark a point P at a distance of 4 cm from this line and label it as P. Since we have to draw or construct a line M parallel to L, so the conditions must be clear. For two lines to be parallel, there are three conditions. First one, corresponding angles should be equal, or alternate angles should be equal, or the co-interior angles should be supplementary. So here we will go with the condition of alternate angles or corresponding angles. Here I'll tell you about the alternate angles. So how can we use these two angles? Two lines are parallel under different conditions. First one is co-interior angles must be supplementary. Second condition, alternate angles are equal. And the third condition is corresponding angles are equal. Now put the pin of your compass at point P and construct a perpendicular through P on L. So taking point P as center, mark an convenient arc of the circle on line L. Here you can see we are getting two intersecting points. Now you have to put the pin of your compass at these 2 points one by one and mark two arcs, convenient arcs of the circle outside of this arc. Okay, so second arc will intersect the previous one. Now draw a line passing through point P and the point of intersection of these two arcs. Now draw a line passing through point P and this point of intersection. Here this is the perpendicular on line L through point P. Since the alternate angles must be equal for two lines to be parallel, and we know that this is the perpendicular, means an angle of 90 degree. So same will proceed with at point P, means now at point P we have to draw an angle of 90 degree. For that, put the pin of your compass at point P and then draw a semicircle. As you can see, we are getting short by the line over here, so you can extend this line. Okay, now open your compass more than half of this semicircle. Then taking these 2 points as center, we'll mark two arcs outside the semicircle which will intersect each other. So this is the point of intersection of these two arcs. Now draw a line passing through point P and this point of intersection. So this is our required line M, which is parallel to line L. Okay, and the distance between these two lines is 4 centimeter. So what about the alternate angles? Since this is a perpendicular on line L, it means this angle is of 90 degree. Okay, then you can see that this one angle is also 90 degree, and if we talk about the corresponding angles, and these are to the same side of the transversal, one should be in the interior and another one should be in the exterior of the two parallel lines. So this one is of 90 degree, similarly this is also of 90 degree. So here is line M at a distance of 4 centimeter, which is parallel to line L. Now moving to the second case, here we have to construct a line Y parallel to X from a point which is given on line X. Now here in this case the point is already given on the line. First of all, draw a line X because we have to construct line Y. So simply draw a line and label it as X. Then mark a point, say A, on this line. Now we'll adopt the same method as we did in the first one. At point A, draw a line perpendicular on the given line X. For that you can rotate your notebook as I am rotating this paper. Okay, then open your compass more than half of the semicircle, mark an convenient arc of the circle taking these 2 points as center. This is the point of intersection of these two arcs. Now draw a line passing through the point of intersection of these two arcs and point E. So this is the line which is perpendicular to the line X. Since the distance of the parallel line is not given, so we can mark a point B anywhere on this line, let it be B. Now again open your compass, draw a semicircle as we did in the first one. Okay, then more than half, again 2 arcs taking these 2 points of intersection of the semicircle as center, and now we have to join B and this and the point of intersection of these 2 arcs. Then draw a line which is parallel to the given line X, and this is line Y. Here you can visualize both the cases together. Now moving to the second question, here we have to draw any triangle ABC. Any means acute, obtuse or right. Through A, draw the line parallel to BC. Since it is given that we can draw any triangle, so let's draw an acute triangle. Okay, acute angled triangle. Then there is no need to check the measurement of the angles, just draw an acute angle triangle and it should be free-handed. Okay, label it as triangle A, B and C. Now according to question, we have to draw a line parallel to BC through A, as a condition, you are already aware about that either the corresponding or the alternate angles must be and not or, both should be equal. So here we'll go with the corresponding angles. Since you can see we have to draw a line parallel to BC, it means it should be like this. Here we have to draw a line, so this one angle must be equals to the angle over here for these two lines to be parallel. Now with the help of your compass, just draw a semicircle at B, taking B point as center. So open your compass to any measure. Okay, so this is the semicircle. Next is extend this line segment AB towards the left side with a dotted line. Now with the same measure that we have used to draw a semicircle at B, draw another semicircle at point A with the same measurement. Okay, like this. Now what it should be, what we have to draw, because we have to draw an angle equals to this one, so just open your compass equal to the width of these two arms of the angle ABC, this one. Okay, now with the same measure you have to mark an arc over here at this point to the left side. Mark an arc over here. This is the point of intersection of these two, the semicircle and the arc. Now draw a line passing through point A and the point of intersection of the arc and the semicircle. Just draw it. Here you can see that this is the line which is parallel to BC. Let this line be Y. So here in figure we can see Y is parallel to BC, because the measurement of angle ABC and this one angle, these are equal and these are the two corresponding angles. Now let's move to the next question. Here the first line, as you can see, is same. Draw any triangle ABC. Again, any means acute, obtuse or right triangle, and let D be the midpoint of AB. Now let's start. First of all, draw any triangle. Let it be a right triangle this time. Okay, so this is the base of the triangle. Then draw a right triangle, means this angle should be of 90 degree. Then join these two endpoints. So here is the right triangle ABC. Now let's label it A, B and C. Now what is given? Let D be the midpoint of AB. Now check the measurement of AB. This is 8.4. It means 4.2. This is the midpoint. Let it be D. Construct a line through D parallel to BC. Now from D we have to draw a line parallel to BC, okay, to meet AC in E. Now let's start. Since this is the right angle, now to construct a line parallel to BC we have to draw another right angle which must be alternate to this one at point D. Okay. The method is just same as we did in the two previous questions. Taking point D as center, draw a semicircle over here, then open your compass more than half of the semicircle and mark arcs outside the semicircle like this. Another arc is to be drawn which will intersect the previous one. So this is the point of intersection of these two arcs. Now draw a line passing through point D and the point of intersection of these two intersecting arcs. So this is the line which is parallel to BC. So construct a line through D parallel to BC, meet AC at E. Now the another part or second part of the question is measure DE, AE and EC. Now we have to measure these three. So what is the length of this DE? This is 4.8, right? So by measurement, DE is equal to 4.8 centimeter. Now we have to measure AE and EC as well. This is 6.3. AE is equal to 6.3 centimeter and EC also measure 6.3 centimeter. Do you find that AE is equal to EC? Yes. AE is equal to EC is equal to 6.3 centimeter and DE is equal to half of BC. What is the length of BC? And BC measures 9.6 centimeter. Since half of BC is equal to half of this, that is 4.8 is equal to 4.8 is equal to DE. Yes, DE is equal to half of BC. So this is the end of this session. Now in the next session we'll meet to learn how to construct triangles using different conditions. So don't forget to join me in that session. Till then, bye bye, take care.